Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Business Partner of the Year 2019 Winners Announcement Webinar. My name is Michael Munstock, and I am the Global Product and Marketing Manager for AIBT Global. We are currently streaming on Facebook and also through Zoom for individuals who have registered throughout the past few weeks. So I would like to warmly welcome all business partners, students, prospective graduates, also current individual students, and members of AIBT Global, and individuals who are just joining us to celebrate. Any questions that you ask will be responded to by the marketing team as soon as possible, so just be a little bit patient. To further enhance your experience, also select hide self-view when you're not presenting, but for our business partners and also business partner nominees, please keep your video on because we want to see you. Today, of all days, is a day to celebrate. We are joined here today by individuals across the globe, united through the determined service to students who seek to further their education in Australia. Our service, either as a provider or consultant, agent, individual, right, enriches and touches so many lives. This year is a special year because it has presented larger challenges than any of us could have foreseen. The effects and reverberations of COVID-19 have left so many of us wondering what is next, celebrating the successes of seasoned business partners, sales managers, and their relationships and achievements as we are seated in different locations globally. This truly is an amazing time. I'd like to take a minute to look back at how we arrived here in 2020, and I'm humbled to be surrounded by so many individuals who have a passion for providing service and inspiration to students who seek, in the most difficult of times, to enhance their education and provide a better chance for their future. AIBT Global has grown tremendously over the past 6 years, and many of the individuals here in this room have witnessed the growth through times of want and also in times of plenty. Our growth can be attributed to many factors, but I believe that it actually stems from determination and relationships, and I'll explain why. Determination in the fact that we have, both as provider and also business partner, wanted to see our students succeed in a world that is growing smaller through ease of access of travel, right? And it's also becoming more and more competitive, right? We want to instill the determination into students that seek to better their lives, even though most of the difficult times. Determination also to continue providing service by identifying opportunities that will provide competitive advantages to the students that we help. The relationships that we foster are also very sacred. We provide, as education providers and also as business partners in this room, a passageway for dreamers. And along with them are their parents, their brothers, their sisters, and the rest of their families. Our word and our determination to provide service and education and the outcomes that the graduates want is our bond to those stakeholders, our students. It is our job to ensure that we provide the best possible outcomes for all who seek to study abroad. To be invited into the small group of elite members of the nominated Business Partners of the Year is no small feat. They must meet a strict code of ethics, sales, diversity, knowledge, and follow through with service that many in the industry fall short to be able to provide. Their tenacity in the education industry and also loyalty to the students is what we look for in business partners and also try to cultivate as a provider. I want to congratulate all of our nominees who have joined us today, and they're here in this room on their outstanding service this year and hopefully for many years to come. Thank you so much. We've got a big presentation ahead, so let's go ahead and get moving. All right, I know I had to do this big opening welcome, and I'm really happy to have everyone here. Quickly, we're going to go through our agenda. So on this screen, for every individual who is in the room, you'll see that we have 6 major areas in our presentation today. Firstly, we'll introduce our AIBT Global team of panelists and hear a bit more about the areas that they cover and some of the products that they would recommend. Our sales team will welcome our Business Partner of the Year nominees, and where they will actually have a brief introduction by each of the nominees. Third, Our group marketing and communications manager, Josie Casella, and strategic analyst, Jerry Wang, will talk about our Students of the Year 2019 and showcase our high tea, which is actually going on right as we speak in our Sheldon School of Hospitality, Greenslopes. Fourth, our nominated Business Partners of the Year will have an opportunity to be able to present more information about their agencies or consultancies as well. Fifth, our senior management team, Mr. Jackie Pei and Dr. Charles Desculathorn, will quickly join in to say a quick word of thanks to our nominees. We will then move on to the big event, the award ceremony, 2019 Business Partner of the Year. Our winners will have an opportunity to say a few words after the announcement, along with their sales managers. And finally, we'll wrap up and close. Let's introduce our team of sales managers and the rest of the panelists. First, you can see on the top left of your screen is our Senior Business Development Manager, Mr. Barry Yang, who has years of Australian education experience, is in actually Brisbane, I believe, right now at the moment. Barry, are you there? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the territories that you looked after and provide insight to any courses that are beneficial to some of the students currently?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the webinar today. My name is Barry. I'm a Senior Business Development Manager at AIBT Global. I mainly charge the onshore COE and non-COE products and Taiwan, Korea, and the Mongolia offshore market. Currently, our community service qualifications are quite popular in all our campuses, including Diploma of Community Service, Certificate 3 and the Diploma Early Childhood, and the Certificate 3 Individual Support with the Aging and the Disability stream. So students are not only can get like a hands-on experience through our qualifications, but also it helps them apply for the future visas. Especially due to the COVID-19, health-related qualifications are high demand in Australia. So your student can study our qualifications and make them competitive in the job market. In addition, AIBT Global have a multitude of practical qualifications such as commercial cookery, patisserie, automotive, electrician, and air conditioning. Today, I want to highlight our new practical qualifications is a Certificate 3 and a Certificate 4 in Asian cookery, which is the same as the commercial cookery, can lead to 18 months for 85 visas for students. Furthermore, we also can make those qualifications with the COE and non-COE during the 52 intensive, so for your students. So if you have any question about our popular or new qualifications, welcome to contact sales manager. Thank you, Michael. Over to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Barry. You were mentioning a little bit about community services. I know this has been an extremely popular course. Could you explain a little bit more about why this is so popular inside Australia?
Okay, sure. Firstly, as I mentioned, there are like practical qualifications. And for example, Diploma Community Service, we provide 100 hours work placement. Certificate 3 Early Childhood and Certificate 3 Individual Support, we provide like 120 hours. And for Diploma Early Childhood, we provide 240 hours. So you can see we really can give the most benefit for our student based on those qualifications.
And now another just quick follow-up question. So individuals, I know about work placement. I think a lot of the individuals inside this room now, AIBT Global does provide work placement for students. If a student wants to find it on their own, is it difficult to be able to do? Does this distract them in any way?
Firstly, students can find the work placement by themselves, but our head of school need to verify the company, and also they need to provide the notebook. Okay. Yeah, but in the region area, it's really hard for students to find the work placement. So that's the reason why AIBT Global will help our students find all the work placement.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Barry.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Next, I am excited to introduce an individual. Journey through AIBT started years ago. He also hosted the AIBT Global Conference in 2018 and has provided valuable insight to multiple webinars throughout the year. Thank you so much. Richard, how you doing?
Hi, Michael. Thank you for that very good introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Richard. I am the Senior Business Development Manager of AIBT Global, and I look after the onshore market as well as in Southeast Asia. And well, definitely, I agree with what Barry has said that The qualifications that he mentioned in our Hobart campus is really in demand as of the moment, and that's good to hear because the industry of community services and aged care is becoming really much in demand in the next couple of years. I also want to tap onto one of the schools that I look after, which is the Aussizz Aviation Aerospace Academy. I work closely with Mark Viss, who is the head of school for this school, and the Aussizz Aerospace Academy offers 2 qualifications. We offer Certificate 3 in aviation, which is focused more on remote pilot line of sight, as well as Diploma of Aviation. As we all know, with this global pandemic, aviation is it's highly hit by this pandemic. And for now, it's very quiet, as you can see, but we believe that in the next coming months, borders will be open and aviation will be back to normal, though there'll be some changes in the way we do aviation, but definitely there'll be a demand in the next coming months or next coming years. And that's why our international students who are studying the Diploma of Aviation is actually on its way in getting that career in the aviation industry. In AIBT Global, we don't just offer Diploma of Aviation. It comes together with a training, which is the remote pilot line of sight. And in terms of drones, this is the future, as you can see. Now, in AIBT Global and Aussizz Aviation, we're getting a lot of demands in terms of local students because it's something like what I said, something in the future. Now, if you have heard in the news that Victoria is one of those states that will be a pioneer or a pilot testing ground for drones flying in the air in terms of people traveling from one place to another. So the drones, which is the small toy that you can see right now, is just the start of the future. But definitely, it will be something really in great demand in in the next coming years. So in AIBT Global, we train our students as part of the Diploma of Aviation. We train them how to get that to use the drone as well as to get the license, so that they will not be just ready for a career in the in the aviation industry as like in the airport, but also they'll get a career out of the unmanned aircraft, which is the future. Now, also just like to inform you guys that very soon we'll also have a new qualification which is beyond line of sight, which is very, very exciting because this is really the future is, like you operate drone beyond line of sight, beyond your sight. So yeah, so a lot of things are happening under the Aussizz Aviation Aerospace Academy.
It's really cool to be able to think about this. And, as all of us are kind of dealing with this kind of new contactless society, right? I really can see how obviously even more so now it's even more applicable in today's society. What if there's a group of individuals who want to come over and do the qualification, the remote pilot, visual line of sight, or even in the future, the non-visual line of sight? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely, Michael. In the past, we had groups of students, even corporate individuals who came to Australia to do a study tour. And part of the study tour is they had a couple of days of training in using the drone, as well as getting the license in using the drone. So it's probably for our partners out there who's with us today, it's one of the avenues for you to probably look into if the borders are open, which is I can see it will be opening very soon. So if you can have if you can gather groups of people from different parts of the world, come to Australia, come to AIBT Global, and do some study tour. And part of that is we can give them a training and a taste of what is drone industry in Australia. Which is, one good thing about Australia's drone industry is that it's very it's regulated. I mean, we follow the rules and we make sure that we fly drones safely, and that's why. Just going back to our international students, aside from being ready in getting that job in the let's say at the airport, they're also ready to get jobs using unmanned aircraft.
I mean, outstanding opportunity for individuals to be able to get a jump start on a career pathway right now when possible. So thank you so much, Richard. I really do appreciate all of your valuable insight. And these times are certainly changing at a rapid pace. And I know that Aussizz Aviation Aerospace Academy will always drive innovation through exploration, and you'll be right there at the helm with the directors. Thank you.
You're welcome, Michael. Thank you.
Before I introduce our next speaker, there was a quick question from Maniram from India, and this was addressing when exactly will classes start at AIBT Global. As many of you know, Queensland, New South Wales, and Tasmania borders within Australia are open as of October 1st. In previous webinars, We also have discussed how we are transitioning into opening up practical classes within the COVID safe guidelines within inside Australia. Really depending on the class and the schedule, classes could be starting very soon. So always discuss with your students, find out which exact class they are in, and we can provide a little bit more insight with that one. Very good question. If you have any other questions, please go ahead and type them into the Q&A box or also on Facebook Live. Now, as I jump back in on this one, I've got an individual who has joined in multiple webinars, as well as also worked extensively in the onshore market and also new product development. You all know him as Eddie Huang, Senior Product and Business Development Manager. Eddie, so
hello,
much
Michael.
for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Eddie. As a Senior Product and Business Development Manager, one of my focus is definitely the onshore market with all my agents. For the offshore markets, I'm looking after Oceania country territories plus New Zealand. Besides those, I'm also involved in developing and promoting the RPL service, corporate training, and offshore delivery. All those products are definitely not limited by the location, COE, or visas. I think due to the current pandemic situation and the future uncertainties, more and more people are seeking for the alternative solution for the current model of study and training. Thus, I think those products have become more and more favorable.
No, and I think you're absolutely right, Eddie. But you did mention something that I wanted to just kind of have you elaborate a little bit more on, if possible. You mentioned RPL. Now,
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough because you and I went through a webinar together a few weeks ago. But could you explain what exactly RPL is for the rest of our audience who may not know, and why is this beneficial for them as a student?
Sure. RPL means recognition of parallel learning. It is a process to map students' existing experience, skills, and knowledge to against with the requirement of unit of competency or just a qualification. Those existing skills can be gained from a previous job, a previous study, or sometimes it's just a common sense. The RPL, the reason why RPL is really popular, I think maybe because of it's flexible, it's definitely affordable, and it is the fastest way to obtain an Australia certificate. In addition, a lot of our candidates who use our RPL certificate to apply for a skill assessment or the working license.
So let me get this straight. So it's fast, it's affordable, and it's flexible, and it's the easiest way for students to be able to gain a qualification.
Definitely.
Well,
definitely.
I mean, you know, I'm boggled by the fact that individuals may not necessarily know this, but now if you're joining into our webinar, if you've been able to see other ones in the past, you know the individual, the key individual to be able to join and talk to at AIBT Global. Eddie?
Of course, I think AIBT, we have been involved in the RPL industry for more than 45 years. We can say we are quite expertise in this market.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're the champion of that expertise. So, you know, if anybody who is interested to know more about RPL, please, obviously, you can always reach out to us on AIBT Global's website, aibtglobal.edu.au. And you can also find individuals on social media. But Eddie's right here. Thank you so much, Eddie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
Next, we have an individual who has been with AIBT Global since its inception. His proximity to the clients in Southeast Asia has enabled him to develop 2 new continents within the past year and a half. I'm talking about Mr. Hans Key, Regional Manager. Hans, always great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. A very warm welcome to all our valued business partners, students. I'm Hans. I'm the Regional Manager of the Southeast Asian, African, Latin American, and the UK market. Okay. I've been with, as per what Michael has mentioned, I've been with AIBT from the very beginning, from a student to my full-time job. So AIBT is my life. So I believe all of you guys have heard about the multitude of courses that we have and the services that we have to offer as AIBT. a very important aspect that I need to also touch is actually our hard services. To be honest, running an RTO in Australia is challenging as we have so many RTOs popping out every single day. But what is actually important is how we actually keep our students and how we actually transit them from a student to a working adult in the real world. So we have an entire team of highly trained professionals across all campuses entirely at the student's disposal. So with services such as health, and well-being, enrollment, administrative, learning, and most importantly, career support. We make sure that all our students are well covered from the very beginning, from the day they actually meet one of you guys, until they graduate, and even after they graduate, okay? So this is how we actually ensure that AIBT is a more holistic RTOs as compared to all our competitors out there, and how we're different from the others. Okay, and of course, you have already heard all the interesting new courses that we are ready to offer. To tickle you a little bit, you can actually ask any of us of our future courses. Okay.
Thank you so much for that. You know, I do think that unfortunately, you know, the Heart Services team sometimes gets a little bit overshadowed because they're always there supporting individuals in the background, and I really appreciate you bringing that up today.
Yes, I really need to touch on them because it's actually the Heart Services across all campuses that is able to keep all our students happy during this pandemic. A lot of students will only look for courses, money, the price of the course, but to be honest, we need to look as a whole. we have a full team to support all our students, especially when everyone is talking about the Job Ready program. We need highly trained personnel to be able to hook the students up to the relevant industry partners.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Hans, and I'm very happy that you were able to really highlight that today. It's an outstanding service, and we'll be able to talk with one of them a little bit later as we jump on into this webinar.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
All right, over back to you, Michael.
Thank you so much, Hans.
Oh, and to all nominees, good luck.
Exactly right. Always a little bit of good luck on this one. All right. Next, we have an individual who has been here since 2015 and was actually interviewed during video conferencing technology when it wasn't nearly as popular as it actually is today. His growth and knowledge within one of our schools has been instrumental into developing a couple of our courses. Please let me introduce to you Mr. Raju Regni, Business Development Manager.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, as Michael introduced me, I'm working with AIBT since 2015. And currently, I'm a business development manager. And I'm taking care of onshore market as well as offshore Nepal market. And also, I'm also heavily involved in compliance part for IT and education school. Education means our tech science school. In IT school, we're offering diploma and advanced diploma of IT these days. And for education school, tech science school, we're offering different qualifications ranging from automotive, electrical, refrigeration, and electrical. So these days, we have been running our promotion for the automotive and automotive electrical qualification these days. So at the moment, we have certificate 3 in light vehicle and certificate 4 in automotive mechanical, which is 2 years duration, and the price is $23,000 for 2 years. Also, we have automotive electrical package, and we are running the promotion for this package. And this package consists certificate 3 in automotive electrical and certificate 4 automotive electrical, which is also 2 years, and the price is $23,000. These two qualifications and these two packages are very popular these days because after completion of these qualifications, students can go for 485 visa straight away. So to achieve 485 visa, AIBT is also helping for the vocational placement, which is required 360 hours of vocational placement, and AIBT is helping for our students.
As I'm listening to this, and I know that you've been working with the Edison School of Tech Sciences for quite some time to be able to develop these courses, Raju, I was wondering why there was such a jump in enrollments inside our automotive school initially, and I was thinking this has to be through COVID, but a lot of those students started well before COVID-19 actually happened. Do you think it's just due to the demand in the market?
Yeah, obviously, I think the occupation motor mechanics is really popular these days. And even in our education school, we are returning our practical classes by appointment these days with COVID safe.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So, I mean, individuals are getting back into prac, as we had talked about in previous webinars. I think that's outstanding because it's hard to learn about automotive mechanical or automotive electrical or even air conditioning, any of these other courses without being able to actually put your hands on them.
Yep.
Okay. Now, another quick question before we move on. You're in Brisbane. You recently moved there.
Yes.
Would you recommend this to other students who are interested abroad?
Yeah, currently I'm in Brisbane, and obviously Brisbane is one of the third largest city in Australia, and it is the capital of Sunshine State. And the very interesting thing is Brisbane is really affordable city for our overseas students. Brisbane has one of the lowest cost of living in comparison to other states in Australia, from transport to accommodation to meals to everywhere. Even the student accommodation is world-class student accommodation these days in Brisbane. And even if you go for the public transport, overseas students get 50% discount on public transport. So a student can save lots of money on accommodation, transportation, everywhere. And obviously, your Australian bucket list is right on the doorstep in Brisbane. And more importantly, Brisbane is safe and very welcoming city in Australia. So I recommend every hour for overseas students to come to Australia and choose Brisbane as a destination.
Okay. Look, thank you so much for your time today, Raju. Always a pleasure talking to you. I'm glad you're enjoying things out in Brisbane. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Now, for an individual who joined us initially as a student and has worn a few different hats in AIBT Global, but now currently is wearing the hat of Business Development Manager in Brisbane, Australia, I'd like to warmly welcome Mr. Karan Jain. Karan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Michael. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for asking. Hey, I'm sorry, not a lot of people may know you necessarily outside of your own business partners that you work with. Can you talk a little bit about the territories that you service and some of the products that are really working well within inside those territories?
Sure, Michael. A big thanks to everyone for joining us today for the webinar. I'm Karan Jain, working as a business development manager at AIBT Global. I started my journey with AIBT in 2017 as a student sport officer, and now I'm currently working as a business development manager, and it's going quite well. And as Michael has introduced myself, that I'm currently working as a BDM in Australia, and I'm based in Brisbane, and the territory currently I'm looking after is India and Indian Ocean, plus the onshore market for sure. And we, AIBT Global, offer variety of unique products such as non-COE, RPL, Study 2, and many more.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something there, kind of breezed over it because, we're talking with a lot of our different business partners who are extremely well seasoned. All right. Now, non-COE, if I'm a student and I'm thinking non-COE, how can I get one of those? What is it? Can you explain what actually a non-COE course is and why an individual may be interested in a course with AIBT Global non-COE?
Sure, Michael. As we can heard the name non-COE itself says that, okay, maybe a candidate don't require a COE. Definitely a candidate don't require a COE while doing a non-COE program. And students, those who are holding a student visa, they can't do it because they have a visa requirement to hold a COE. And candidates, those who are holding a 485 visa or holding a permanent residency or citizenship, they can do a non-COE program as they don't have any requirement to hold a COE, and they can do a vocational qualification. We have candidates, those who have done their bachelor degree, master degree, and they don't have vocational qualification. And they might be holding 485 visa and PR, they want to have a vocational qualification. So I will highly recommend non-COE program, as this is a cheaper program as compared to COE program.
Mhm.
And also, they don't have to be in class for 20 hours in a week as compared to student visa holders.
Okay. Now, just a quick question, quick follow before we move on. Do students
Sure.
get the same quality of education as a non-COE student or as a COE student?
Yeah, the quality is definitely the same as we offering this product at the same campus, same location. So the quality definitely is the same as we giving to the COE students. It's just that they don't have a obligation to be in class for 20 hours. For example, they have a unit which is purely based theory and they want to do it online. We are more than happy to do that. And some of the students really want to come and join into the class. We also welcome them. It's really depend on student choice, what student want. But in this case, student get a flexibility and definitely the price is cheaper as compared to the COE program.
Okay, so a cheaper course, right? A little bit more flexible, and additional options for individuals who may not necessarily need a COE. Okay, Karan, thank you as always for being such an in-depth describer for this qualification. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time today. All right. So next up, we have an individual who has rocketed in development over the past year at AIBT Global. This individual was the Salesman of the Year for 2018. I would like to welcome Mr. Mohammed Asad Rahim, Senior Account Manager. Mohammed.
Thanks, Michael, for the great introduction. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining today's webinar. My name is Mohammed Asad Rahim. I'm the Senior Account Manager at AIBT Global. I'm mainly responsible for managing the territories of Pakistan and Bhutan. So among these two markets, there are a lot of similarities in terms of the courses they choose. There's a lot of diversity. However, Bhutanese students mainly prefer the Brisbane campus, which is in campus and also one of the attractive locations for students wanting to study in Australia. So from Pakistan, we receive students for every single qualification package, such as automotive, business, hospitality, community services, aviation, and even the students who have very low English scores, they choose to study general English, any course package with their actual package of course. So welcome once again to this special and important webinar.
Thank you so much, Mohammed Asad. Great to hear from you. I hope everything is going extremely well with you. And again, congratulations last year on Salesman of the Year. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So that gives a full understanding of the AIBT global panelists that we have here today. Now that we have all of our different panelists from the AIBT global side, now it's time for us to introduce our Business Partner of the Year nominees. But first, just to quickly, without the relationships that our business development managers, account managers, senior business development managers, regional managers that inside AIBT, we may not have had the relationships that we have been able to procure with our business partners. So I really want to just say a big heartfelt thank you to all of our different business development managers today. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Okay, moving on, we're going to take a look, and I would like to proudly actually have our sales team, the individuals who know you the best, please introduce their business partners of the year and the nominees. As you can see on your screen, we have 7 business partners and agencies and companies with us today in order for us to celebrate. Their dedication to the education industry is unparalleled, and their service to the students is celebrated today. Thank you all for joining us. I'd like each business partner to provide a short introduction, as we have time today to discuss each agency further in detail later on in the webinar. So starting off in alphabetical order is Mr. Eddie Huang, who will introduce his Business Partner of the Year nominee. Eddie,
Yes.
over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Eddie from commercial team. I would like to nominate Apply for Study for the Business Partner of the Year 2019. I'm very proudly to introduce Mr. GD Singh from Apply for Study, who is a well-known person in the field of Australia education and who has been serving in the education sector since 2004. He holds expertise in the field of Australia immigration law, Australia education and training, career consulting, and human resource management. He has been working in the education industry as a senior management position in Australia and overseas. Now, everyone, please join me to welcome GD Singh.
So, first of all, like it's warm in some countries and it's cold in some places. So everyone is sitting in a different weather zone. So, appropriate warm welcome to everyone, and to this seminar, and congratulations, to everyone. And so, give me a second, just 1 second. Yeah. So, first of all, we are highly thankful to AIBT. We have been associated with AIBT since 2015, since the inception. And I still remember my meeting with Fiona, for the first time. I was really stuck in the traffic and, I was driving to city. And I called her that, she said, okay, don't worry, we'll wait for you. And she was about to leave Ultimo office and, I had a journey of reaching out there and, we met and that's how the journey started. And now Apply for Study also started in 2015 and we have grown past, borders into different places. And we have been growing, we have been working together. And thank you so much for this nomination. And yeah.
GD, thank you. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, GD.
All right, Eddie, I'll pass it to you.
Sure. Thank you, GD Singh, for you introduce yourself. Now I would like to hand over the mic to Mr. Richard to introduce another nominee of Partner of the Year. Richard?
Thank you very much, Eddie. Well, our next Business Partner of the Year nominee is they started their agency since 2009, and well, from that time on until today, they have about more than 50,000 satisfied clients all over the world. And speaking of all over the world, they have about 24 offices globally. And I think without the pandemic, they should have been probably in 50 now. But because of the pandemic, they paused a little bit. Yep. But they have about 5-star rating on Facebook. They have 300,000 followers on all their social media accounts. And they have about 500 staff all over the world. Our next nominee, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Ravina, is the one representing Aussizz Group.
Thanks, Richard. Hi, everyone. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to represent Aussizz. My name is Ravina. I'm working as an education consultant here in Aussizz Group in Sydney branch. As Richard told that we started in 2009, and since then we kept on growing and growing and growing. And in Sydney, we basically started this business in 2015, and we are very expertise in dealing with all the migration and education services. We deal with different kind of visas, whether it's permanent residency visas, whether it's student visas, whether it's partner visas, whether it's tourist visas. So yeah, that's all about Aussizz. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sure thing, sure thing.
Thank you so much, Ravina, also for joining us today. I know it was a short notice, but thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
To introduce our next nominee, ladies and gentlemen, we have here Karan Jain. Go ahead, Karan.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much. Now I would like to congratulate Mr. Rovil, who has been working in this industry since 2009. And AIBT Global and FineStep started working in 2016, and they are based on offshore India. And from there, they have been giving us a number of good students with a good success visa rate. He has a capacity to deal with a minimum of 300 applications a month, which is a big thing. And he has a potential to achieve more than 15 visas in a day. Now, please, I would like to warmly welcome Mr. Rovil Garg to speak about himself and his company. Please welcome everyone here.
Okay. Unfortunately, it sounds like we may not have been able to connect right at the moment with Rovil. I know that we'll work through that shortly, but I know that after me meeting Rovil, he'd be extremely honored to be nominated for the second year in a row. Outstanding opportunity. Rovil, looking forward to hearing a little bit more about Fine Step in the future as we continue. Okay? All right. Since this is just an introduction, he'll get a better opportunity to talk later on. How about that, Karan?
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. I think they are having some technical issue.
Sure.
And now I would like to proudly introduce Mr. Mohammed Asad to go ahead and introduce his nominee for the Business Partner of Year 2019. Over to you, Mr. Mohammed.
Sure. So my nominee is Fujifaker International, who is a well-known name in the field of study abroad. They have been operating since 2009 itself, and they have recruited over more than 3,500 students for various countries such as Australia, UK, Canada, European countries. So I got in touch with the director of Future Falcon, Syed Ali, back almost 2 years back, when he called me and we just had a casual discussion. And thereon, after that, formal partnership process and trainings were provided. So over the past 2 years, we had a very solid business relationship, and Future Falcon International provided a great support at all times. Also, the visa success rate from the students has been really good. So the reason why I nominated Future Falcon is because the overall support and cooperation. Apart from that, one of the main reasons is that they are mainly recruiting for our main campus, which is Brisbane. And they found Brisbane as one of the most attractive study destinations for Australia. So finally, we have Mr. Syed Ali Azeem, the Managing Director, with us today. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. And first of all, Assalamu alaikum. And it's an honor for me to be nominated as a nominated Business Partner of the Year. And I'm really very happy to work with AIBT team, especially with Mr. Chaudhary. He is very cooperative, and all the team is very professional. And we are working with many other colleges, but especially Mr. Chaudhary. They are doing very professional work, and I'm very happy to work with all AIBT team. And thank you very much for being a nominee of Business of the Year to me. So good luck for all, and good luck for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you as well, and thanks for the kind words, and best of luck for the webinar.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We're going to go ahead and hand things over to Mr. Barry Yang to introduce his Business Partner of the Year nominee.
Thank you, Michael. So I'm so proud to nominate Mr. Asif from Nexco Consultants as a year of the business partner. So Nexco Consultants have more than 10 countries office, onshore and offshore. And also they have more than 74 team members in all over the world. So you can say quite large number the staff to give all the international students support. In addition, the Asif will give all the team members full training, so they can get guaranteed they are on the same page about the visa condition, AAT, or a migration. So that reason, our student feedback is quite really well, and also their onshore and offshore visa grant rate is really high. So let's welcome Mr. Asif and give us more details about his company.
Thank you very much, Barry. Thanks, Michael. Actually, about Nexco, we are Sydney-based company. So we have offices in Australia, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and Saudi Arabia. With a team member of more than 74 members, and more than 10 offices all over the world. We have team of qualified lawyers, migration agents, and education counselors. Basically, our company is looking after the matters of career counseling, admission processing, visa services, including skilled migration, student visa, business migration, and we are further dealing with the AAT cases and federal circuit court cases as well. Currently, we are partnered with more than 100 universities and colleges all over the world, which are including Australia, UK, US, Malaysia, Germany, Ukraine, UAE, and Switzerland. Definitely thanks to Barry, he was point of contact throughout our journey with the AIBT. So far, we have actually a very good experience with AIBT just because of, we don't have much interaction with the other team, but definitely back-end admissions, financials, finance team, they are important as well. But as far as Barry's concerns, he was very supportive and accessible. Activities related to students' recruitment, definitely it's not possible without his support. And being our definitely marketing manager, he is always being our point of contact. He's the person who bear with us when we deal with our students. But definitely whenever we are angry, we have to actually approach him. He has to tolerate us, to be honest, and thank you very for this. And thanks for your patience, especially, and professionalism. Thank you.
Thank you, Asif. And really thank you for keep supporting the AIBT Global. And we are really looking forward to working together for many years. Thank you so much. Okay, now I over to my colleague, the Hans, to introduce their another business partner. Hans?
Hi everyone, very warm welcome. I would really like to introduce my nominee for the Business Partner of the Year 2019. It's none other than my team member over there, Matthias, okay, from OAA Study. The partnership began back in 2018, and it was absolute joy to be able to find someone like-minded to be working together, okay? So OAA Study and Matthias has touched plenty of hearts in the African region, the Botswanan region, so Kenyan, you name it, everywhere, they're well covered, okay? So congratulations to Matthias. The main reason why I've chosen you and your team to be a nominee of our prestigious Business Partner of the Year award is due to your courage to try in the African region. It is actually a partnership that proved impossible possible, and it is definitely one that deserves this award. Okay, over to you, Matthias. I really hope that you'll win this award today.
Well, thank you, Hans. Thank you for everyone for connecting. We are excited to be part of AIBT. We are looking forward to winning this award today. So I will just introduce myself and OOA Study. My name is Matthias. I started OOA Study in 2010, and I came to Australia as an international student myself. I did my bachelor's in Charles Darwin University, did my master's in UNSW in taxation and financial planning. So I'm a financial planner by training. At the same time, I'm an education consultant. So I'm very passionate about helping students, making a difference. And we've been doing this passionately with over 7 offices across Africa. And last year, we opened our first office in Asia, in Philippines. And we are spreading very big. OOA Study is a leader in the industry. We've worked closely with new emerging markets, like in Vietnam. We've assisted Australian universities in Vietnam to attract international students. And recently, we are also assisting universities in Mauritius to attract international students. So we are an impact investment organization. We assist in making impact in developing new markets. And AIBT have been part of the impact AIBT has been making. And Mr. Hans has supported me closely due to my easy connection and common grounds I have with him. I've been to Singapore myself in the past. I've lived in Singapore. So I was able to relate with Mr. Hans. Anytime I want him, is available. I'm going to give it to Hans today for his effective relationship management skills. Hans has always been available to support OAA Study. He's always available on WhatsApp. You chat him up, he responds. It's just hardworking, just like our businesses where we are all hardworking. And OAA Study as a company is grateful today to be nominated.
Thanks, Matthias. Thanks, OAA. Yes, over to you. I really hope that you will be able to clinch something back today. And I hope that we will still be able to do this passionately between both AIBT Global and OAA Study to touch more hearts of students and to be able to help more students transit over to Australia. Okay, over to you, Raju, for your nominee.
Thanks, Hans. Today, I'm really glad to introduce Fujifaker International as a nominee for Business Partner of the Year 2019. I remember we started working with Fujifaker International since 2017 from Nepal, and we are still working with them very closely. So they have offices in Sydney, Australia, and they have office in Kathmandu, Nepal, and Myanmar as well, in Burma. So Fujifaker International has recruited many students regarding COE, offshore, onshore COE students, non-COE, and they have provided lots of RPL clients to AIBT as well. So I like to take this opportunity to say big thank you for your all support till today. And I believe we'll have long-term partnership in coming days. I just got a call from Mr. Narayan that he couldn't join today's celebration meeting due to some technical issue. It's really unfortunate, but it's fine. It's completely fine. I wish him best of luck to be a business partner of the year 2019. I think I'd like to hand over back to Michael.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raju. I really appreciate that. Now, as you can all see, that we've had such a great number of our nominees here today. So the next thing that we would like to do is we're going to obviously get back to them a little bit more later on, so they have much more in-depth presentations that we have the option to. But the next individual in the room that we need to talk about, as I had mentioned during the agenda, is going to be a partnership of creativity, compliance, and analytics. So on your screens, I would like to introduce an unlikely duo, okay? On this page, there are two individuals who deserve outstanding credibility today. Firstly, I'd like to discuss an individual who has been instrumental to AIBT Global's growth. Her perseverance to the education industry should never be overlooked, as her ability to implement vision for the company deserves recognition. It should also be mentioned that she won Manager of the Year 2018, which should come as no surprise. Josie Casella, thank you so much for all that you do. She is our head of marketing and communication.
Thank you very much, Michael. That's very kind. Thank you for those kind words. First of all, I just want to welcome everyone to the AIBT Business Partner of the Year 2019 webinar. Today is a really special day, not only for us here at AIBT Global, but for all our business partners, and in particular to those nominees of this very prestigious award. A huge congratulations to all of you. This is a huge achievement, and we are all very proud of your support and success, especially during this global pandemic. COVID-19 has made us think differently about the way we do business, especially in the education industry. It's meant for most of us that we've had to think outside the box and be more flexible and versatile with the way we sell and indeed deliver education. We know it's been a tough year, and COVID-19 has presented many challenges for some of our students. However, we want to reassure all our current and prospective students that we are committed to working together with our valued business partners to support each and every student, particularly during these unprecedented times. Although challenging, the pandemic has also been a really exciting time for education, as it's literally forced everyone to jump onto online and virtual technology. And when you think about it, it's given us the ability to teach students online, and this is a really powerful tool. And it's very exciting for us because it means that we're able to provide students with a second set of learning tools. So what this does is it allows us to replicate things that were once only taught in the classroom with a new online learning platform where we can be more interactive and creative in the way we teach and the way our students learn. So now we're not only limited to teaching face-to-face, but we have an additional way of learning online. And that will only further enhance the learning experience for all our students. And now I want to hand you over to one of our exceptional school managers who is currently implementing and further developing our online studies to discuss how he's leading the way with our pre-recorded sessions to make our students have a much more interactive and learning platform. Over to you, Mohammed.
As Josie have mentioned, yes, we are bringing in some changes. We are trying to further innovate our learning and teaching approach. Like because of this COVID, we have realized that we may need to bring in something new in our routine training and teaching approach, because since this COVID-19 has came in, although AIBT was quite prone for delivering online studies and online education since 2015 and 16. But what we realize now is that students are a bit more, we want to be more creative, more interactive. So my team, and like along with all the others and Josie and their team, so we decided to adopt a new approach in which we are now introducing a pre-recorded learning system. So what will happen is that the students will have an opportunity to enroll in a unit, like as we normally do when they are in a class like in person or if they are in an online session. But what will happen is now that they will be provided with a pre-recorded learning lectures. So the lectures will already be uploaded on their learning management system, and they can go on to that, they click and they can listen to the lecture. So what will happen, that will be now split into different modules for everyone to understand. I would break it like, it will be different modules, like for example, 4 modules. And in 4 modules, that will completely cover the whole unit. So what will happen is that we are trying to also encourage students to at least once a week, they need to be online, face-to-face with their trainer to have a discussion about exactly what has been discussed in that pre-recorded session. So that's about the learning part. So you might be thinking, okay, what about the assessments and how will they be doing the assessments? So, okay, there's no assessment. Just joking, it's not like that. They need to get qualified. So again, we try to bring in some new innovation to it, and so that students feel a bit more easy in doing these assessments and learning approaches. So we are trying to bring it more click-based. So they just need to go and click the right answer. That's one approach. There might be few descriptive based on the level of qualification they are doing. If there's a higher level of qualification, let's say up to graduate diploma, that may have few things that they may need to be a bit more descriptive because certain case studies may be involved in it. But overall, we have tried to restructure or re-engineer our assessment process. So as a mock, we have already started developing one of the unit, and we have, as a test, we have implemented it. Until now, it's been quite successful, and the student feedback and how I'm also observing as a school manager seems to be pretty good. I wish it had been in my times. I would have really loved and enjoyed this kind of studies. But again, for students' sake, we have to think what can help them, because in these certain situations when you're staying home, where it's more like sit back and relax and study. So this is a new concept we are trying to bring in. So let's see, there'll be a few more things coming up. Over to you, Michael. Thank you, Josie.
Hey, thank you so much, Mohammed. I really appreciate it. Now, there's an individual that I want to make sure that we really highlight today. All right. Now, as we take a look back, there's an individual off of who is standing right next to Josie in the previous slide. All right. Now, this individual is none other than Mr. Jerry Wang. Jerry, I know that you're in the room today, but I wanted to just kind of quickly give you a little bit of an idea of the appreciation that we have for you. You are such an individual who has been influential to the development of our courses as an analytics, strategic analytics, and revenue of heart services, right? Now, in order for you to be able to do your analysis, right, I understand that you have to have a systematic and logical reasoning. Now, from my understanding, this has allowed us to really narrow down the difficult task of naming our business partner of the year. Your tireless work and assistance over the year has really driven our demographics today, which is another part that we'll highlight as well. And you also help us strive for increasing numbers. And that's due to your strategic analysis, because what you do is you highlight areas from our business partners, nominees of the year and other business partners, for us to really say, hey, we should really have a promotion in this area. Jerry, I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind words to Jerry. I just wanted to let everybody know that Jerry is on standby at our Sheldon School of Hospitality. Once again, congratulate Prima, who won the Student of the Year Award 2019. She's actually a student from the hospitality. And we also had other students who were runners-up, category winners and nominees from each school. And as part of this, I think one of the business partners was asking us, you know, when a student's going back to class. Well, they have already gone back to class, and in fact, we have Jerry at the Sheldon Training Restaurant here in Brisbane, and he's with some of the patisserie students who have done an absolutely amazing job of creating masterpieces, really. And I'll like to pass it over to Jerry, who can give us more information about that. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you so much, Josie and Michael. Thank you. And I believe that most of our attendees now must be really keen to know where I'm actually located. So I'm actually here located in our training restaurant here in Brisbane. It's our Sheldon Training Restaurant. And as you can see that in my background, we have our students and staff who are invited to these amazing events, these high-tea events. And maybe I will just share my camera so that everyone can see more clearly the amazing work done by our students with the guidance of our amazing Sheldon team. And I would just like to take this opportunity to introduce that this event itself is not only just a fun event, but through this event, students under the guidance of our trainers are actually achieving a unit of competency. So it's actually an amazing class and teaching design. And all these invited guests are encouraged to make donations, and we are going to collect these donations to help our students who have difficulties in this COVID-19 pandemic. Over back to you, Michael.
Hey, thank you so much, Jerry. Really appreciate you being there. I wish all of us could be there. You enjoy for us, and you know, hopefully soon we'll all be in the same room together. Thank you again.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, we've been lucky enough to have, you know, to get all of our students back into class. Individuals are actually able to see that, yes, our classes are running. Staff is over there, and to be able to enjoy a little bit of cake. Very nice.
I just wanted to give a shout out to our patisserie trainer, Natalie, from the Queensland School, and our Queensland School Manager, Gopal, and the Sheldon Compliance Officer, Corinne. They've been really supporting these students during the COVID-19 in particular, and their industry experience has been just amazing. They've really helped these students really progress within the Sheldon School of Hospitality. And I just wanted to say we wouldn't be here without our students, and of course we wouldn't be here without our business partners. So I just really wanted to thank everyone. Most of you are aware that we would normally have hosted our annual global conference together with our business partners to host this prestigious award at a gala event. And even though COVID-19 has prevented us from physically being together, it's just as special today and just as important and to us. And once again, I'd like to congratulate you and thank each and every business partner who've supported us, because we wouldn't be here without you or your support. And together we will inspire greatness.
I'd like to just quickly touch on some of the demographics from 2019 to 2020, right before we jump into our business partner nominees presentations. Okay, so as you look at this screen, it says how far have we come. A further look into the student demographics. In the bottom, you can actually see a couple of our different sectors. We've got our business, we have our automotive, and we also have our Sheldon School of Hospitality. So as I kind of get a better understanding here, let's take a look at this. First up, nationality diversification. AIBT Global has worked extremely hard to increase our student nationality pool over the years. And as a result of unique courses, persistent marketing, and of course, our valuable business partners and time, it's all paying off. Our initial recruitment pool, as many of you know, because you've been working with us for a couple of years, was from the Southeast Asia and Asian markets. These markets continue to drive success for us, both onshore and offshore. And I think, however, traditional courses that have been working from them have shifted now. Demand for automotive, electrical, trades, and even community services have really enabled a shift to new markets. All right. So as we look back through 2019 through 2020 numbers, we can see that there were 54 different nationalities that were recruited just over this past year, right? That doesn't mean to say that AIBT is only limited to 54. These were just the numbers from 2019 to 20. We have over 80 nationalities currently studying with AIBT Global. Our goal is to further diversify our students through breaking into the African and South American markets. And we're lucky enough doing that with our business partner, OAA, Matthias, who is actually in our webinar today. Again, thank you so much for helping us develop and break into new markets. And also thank you very much, Hans, for your tireless work. Next, as we move on through our demographics, I'd like to take a moment to look through the distribution of our students at AIBT Global Schools, okay? AIBT Global Schools, right? Now, bespoke grammar has increased year over year end from 2018 to 2019. Now, this may be due to some of the new countries who are interested in some of our courses, or this may be just courses that are demanding a higher level of English, right? As we have had a harder time disseminating a lot of the information specifically from course instead of package, right? Okay. So we have to kind of think about that as a couple of different factors, all right? Now, as you continue to look through, hold on a second. I just want to make sure that I have got everybody's videos on up here, please. All right, maybe everybody can see us now. All right, all right. Now, as we continue to take a look through here, you can see this influx of Edison School of Tech Sciences, right? Now, this has increased dramatically due to higher demand in the sector, okay? Also, word of mouth has been able to spread because AIBT Global provides actual work placement for our students. This is one of the main reasons that we've seen a major drive, I guess pun intended, automotive drive. Sorry, couldn't resist. Our champion two courses, two schools that we have, obviously Branson School of Business and Technology, along with our Sheldon School of Hospitality. Branson School of Business and Technology leads the ranking at 27% of all of our student body, okay? Now, I'm also thinking, as I took a look further at the next bit of data, that a lot of these courses are mainly due to Advanced Diploma of Hospitality Management, and also some of our graduate courses, graduate certificates, and also graduate diplomas as well, okay? In the end down here, this new spike, 22% of our students are now in the Diana School of Community Services. Now, these individuals didn't just start registering at the beginning of this year. However, it's a major reason why is individuals are going for a regional demand and vacancies in the market within the healthcare industry, okay? Now, even more so now when COVID-19 came through and really hit everybody in March, we've seen an even larger influx because the individuals throughout the government really wanted people who were registered to be able to come out and actually help the community, all right? At the very end, you can see ACE Aviation, Aerospace Academy, pulling in 1%. However, I believe that this is mainly due to the fact that the Certificate 3 and visual line of sight is a shortened duration and individuals are moving on to other qualifications, okay? All right. Now, next, we're gonna talk quickly just about our 10 most popular courses from students in 2019 to 2020. On your screen, you can see the most popular course with 16%, Advanced Diploma of Hospitality Management. Followed that by General English, all right? The numbers, as you can see from the previous slide to this one, don't necessarily reflect, right? 8% of the students who are in there, however, you can see that there has been a major growth for this. The courses for General English, however, can be shortened, as every individual in here knows. All right. Moving down and around the wheel that we have, Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, right? Followed by Advanced Diploma of Electronics and Communication Engineering, 10 and 9%. You can have a look throughout the rest of the wheel, but it's very well diversified. And I apologize for one of the small areas. It's a little bit harder to read. Our business school, Branson School of Business and Technology, our Sheldon School of Hospitality Management, our Edison School of Tech Sciences, and our Diana School of Community Services really do encompass the diversity, not only of our students, but then also the diversity of the courses that AIBT Global provides. Next, we take a look quickly at our campus distribution. Okay. Next, 50% of our students still prefer Blacktown. Okay. As I've written up here, Sydney's popularity with initial overseas students champions recruitment. Offshore residents wanting courses near their work also drives further onshore sales. Moving up to Mount Gravatt, our low-cost living headquarters, combined with location-specific courses, has also continued to drive Brisbane continued success. Finally, our champion at the bottom of our country has really risen this year. All right. And especially at the end of Q4, as I've been thinking about it, Q4 2019 was a major driving factor as well for Hobart. And that's due to the regional demand coupled with community services, work placement, and obviously some new courses. One final demographic as we move on, okay? We have a 60-40 split male and female student body, okay? Now, this initially, I think, has been driving up males, I think, over the past year. And now that's predominantly due to engineering and business, which are typically male professions. However, our student of the year 2018, unfortunately, I'm drawing a blank on her name, was an air conditioning and refrigeration student. She, not he, right? Let's try to make sure that we break those gender boundaries and ensure that all of our students have opportunities outside of any area that they want to continue to, all right? Now, I kind of breezed through some of the demographics. I want to thank Jerry to be able to provide all of this information for me. And if you are a business partner, a nominee, and you're interested to find a little bit more information about this, I'm happy to be able to provide that for you, okay? Seeing as we've had a little bit of a longer discussion, I would really like to move on to our business partner nominees of the year, so that they can actually have a little bit more of a presentation, okay? Before we get started though, our sales team has a quick video about their nominees. Let's do a quick watch on that now. We are so happy to congratulate all of our nominees. These business partners that we've grown with over the past couple of years, we share similar visions in order for us to be able to provide outstanding service to our students.
Aussizz Group is one of the pioneers in the education consultancy. So when I started with AIBT, they're already with our group.
We have been collaborating for a long time, since 2017, when AIBT just opened the Sydney campus.
We started working with FineStep since 2016.
2 years back, I had a brief discussion on the phone call with Mr. Syed Azeem, the Managing Director at Fujifaker International.
I first touched with Nexco 2 years ago, so Nexco now is working with us like more than 2 years.
My partnership with OAA study began back in 2018.
I remember I started working with Fujifaker International since 2018.
AIBT Global have like a main campus in the big cities and the region area, like in Sydney, Brisbane, and also in Hobart.
Well, AIBT Global has offered a lot of ways in achieving the goals of the students in terms of their study in Australia.
AIBT Global has got more than 80 plus courses between range from certificate 3 to graduate diploma level.
We also provide work placement like for students so they can retouch the real job market in the future, I think.
As a young and dynamic institute, AIBT Global remains one of the fastest growing RTOs in Australia.
Again, Aussizz Group, congratulations for making it as one of our business partners of the year. And again, thank you very much for all your support and a stronger partnership together for the future.
I believe Apply for Study is worthy of this award, and I sincerely wish the best for our continuous collaboration.
Congratulations to Matthias and the entire team at OAA Study.
I would like to congratulate Team FineStab. It's been really good time working with them.
Many congratulations to Future Falcon International for the nomination and best of luck.
Yeah, congratulations to the Nexco and Asif. Really appreciate your keep supporting AIBT Global for the last 2 years. And we're really looking forward working for many years together.
Thank you for your support, Future International, and I'd like to congratulate you for being nominee of the Business Partner of the Year 2019.
Together with all of you, AIBT Global has successfully recruited over 4,000 international students from around the world. Partnering with AIBT Global is not just like any other institutions. We value all our business partners and am always looking to forge a strong relationship with every one of you.
Okay, so I'm glad everybody was able to hear and see the nominees of the year. Now, as we're moving on, let me quickly start. We have an individual who has been working with us for a very long time, Mr. GD Singh, MD. Mr. Singh, are you available to talk for a little bit about your agency?
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Michael. Thanks to AIBT team and everyone. So yeah, we have been, working as Apply for Study, the brand name in this sector. And we have been a growing company. And what I'd say is our age is quite similar. 2015 we started. And in the 5 years, we have grown stage by stage. And we have focused on our horizontal as well as vertical growth of the company. And we have been able to recruit some of the best brains and from the industry. And many of you knows the people like Jane Campbell, who was director with previously reputed higher ed institution. So she is director of global strategy with us. And then we have other people from the higher education industry joining us into our company. But we focus on a very niche line of product. So first of all, we only focus on the student visas and graduate and 485 visas and subsequent entrant for the student only. And the visitor visas we do, but we limit it only our client's family, so we don't go for, the general branding, like if somebody walks in, I want a visitor visa, we won't do, but only for our clients. So we try to do it, that. And yes, it's not possible without the industry associations to grow further. We have to keep ourselves updated. So these associations are of my own, profile, but again, looking into my other team members, we do have industry networks where we are part of. We keep ourselves updated, in the industry. In the month of May, I was appointed as the representative for Indian subcontinent as well as Australian education sector by the Migration Alliance, which is a peak professional lobby of the registered migration agents and solicitors who are a part of the migration profession in Australia. There are around 5,200 of them. I'm proud to be in the top 10 or 12 people here. But again, there are other platforms where we had associations with different companies to grow globally. We have started some initiatives after COVID, we have gone to different countries, and even prior to COVID, we have done some initiatives, collectively. We are a very good friend with OA Study, like Matthias, he has taken the initiative of study in Vietnam. We are, helping together each other grow. Similarly, we tied up for, we opened up our further branches and we have grown our presence to subcontinent Sri Lanka. Even in Pakistan, we have expanded, and even, other countries, Singapore and other places. So now we have different projects running up, like study in India, study in Korea, study in Pakistan. So different kind of projects. And we have started, from a small 6 meter by 2 meters office, which was a lawyer's oversized kitchen. And we have grown to having around more than 1,000 square meters of space, within Australia itself and other places. And there are around 40 team members who are associated with us. So in the past 1 year, we have invested close to $1.2 million in just developing our business, in the overseas as well as here. It's a small amount, but again, just we have to, do a lot of R&D and where to invest and what to invest. This includes setting up a call center in India where we can provide the support to students from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. So again, we are dealing with only limited set of people, but we are getting associated with lots of migration agents as a part of education business development, which is entrepreneurship. We'll be coming over with more events in the time to come. So that's pretty much it. I have been working for around 15 years in education sector itself, and I still remember that I left my opportunity, which was in 2004. Which was an opportunity of around 400,000 Indian rupees in Citibank. I left that to join only 120,000 rupees job in education sector in India. So I think it was the right decision leaving banking, and joining education. Thank you.
Singh, thank you.
AIBT is always amazing. It has been we are like a family, and all the time, Bobby, everyone here, whether it's Fiona, everyone is approachable. Even Josie, the new team members, even Mohammed sir, and even I can't see Dr. Hussain here, but again, all the time I'm admirer Karan, and everyone is a big team. I can't name everyone, and Eddie is always supportive, always very responsive. So I can't see all the team members, and so sometimes it's hard. So everyone is very enthusiastic, and so congratulations, everyone.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh. I really appreciate your opportunity to be able to speak with us today. Thank you again. Okay. Next up, we have Ravina Jassal from Aussizz Group. Ravina, would you take a couple of minutes to be able to describe a little bit more about what you all offer?
Hi, Michael. Thanks again for giving this chance to speak about Aussizz. As we all know that Aussizz is a big brand in Australia, we all are aware about Aussizz name. It's very popular among students in Australia, and we, being at Aussizz Group, we believe that in delivering quality services, we don't believe in quantity, but we believe in quality. So that is our one aim. And secondly, we believe in client satisfaction, so we try our best to provide good quality services to all our clients, no matter what services they are taking. And we try to be in touch with them, even though their purpose is solved, they got the services done, their visa is sorted, their admission is sorted. Still, we try to be in touch with them just in case they need any support from our side or with anything else. And in Aussizz, as it's clear from the name as well, we are very strong in education and migration, both the fields. We have very reputed migration agents with us who deals with the different kind of permanent residency visas, different kind of employer nomination visas, and parent visas, business visas, tourist visas. And we have education team as well who deals with the admissions and student visa applications. So yeah, and moreover, all our consultants are QEAC registered. So yeah, we always try to make sure that we deliver the quality services and we deliver the right thing to the client so that they don't have to suffer in future. And yeah, that's all about Aussizz.
No, and I get it. I really get it. Ravina, thank you so much. Look, I mean, your brand speaks for itself. And
yes.
Again, we've heard so much from Richard about you, and just showers of.
That is one of the speciality of Aussizz, and yeah.
No, and I think as he was saying, with COVID, you guys really would have just continued to open up a couple more offices. I really do.
Yeah. And thanks again, Michael, for giving this opportunity. Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to be a part of this.
Fingers crossed. Good luck. We'll see how we go. All right. Look, Ravina, thank you so much. I'm going to move right along to our next guest speaker. Here they are. We have Fine Step and Mr. Rovil Garg. Rovil, great to see you. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Michael. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing excellent. Great to see you. Love the neon sign in the background.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Thanks everyone, and big thanks to the AIBT for organizing this today. And I feel so good to be chosen as a nominee for the Business Partner of the Year 2019. We are working together since 2016 and been together in difficult time for each other. Myself working in this, I working in this field since 2010, but I started my own company on the name of Fine Step Study Consultant Private Limited in 2012. And I'm based in India, mainly looking after the offshore students. Recently, we have started the onshore market, as well as when choosing the range of courses. AIBT has more than 100 courses plus qualification, which is a good option for students, and all our students are very much happy with the with AIBT qualification and the services. And one more thing, AIBT has very professional team, look after the students and help the students to at every point. I remember my first time when started recruiting students from AIBT from India. That time AIBT had just started and now have grown. So I'm big happy for the AIBT. I'm very happy for the Fiona. Warm thanks to the Fiona to giving me this kind of opportunity to work together and growing together. Moreover, it's very exciting to see Mr. Bule Sharma in front of me and here today to give me this surprise on the big day. So again, really appreciate and thank you so much for the whole entire AIBT team. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Rovil. Much appreciated. It's always great to see you. I wish I could be there in person so that we could have a little bit of a meal together. You know, I always eat very well when I'm there to see you. Thank you again. Really appreciate all the opportunities that you've been able to have for us today. Next, we have Future Falcon. Future Falcon, please, if you are available, we have Mr. Ali Azeem. Mr. Azeem, I've got you right up here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your opportunity. Would you have a couple of words for you to say about your consultancy?
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Once again, let me introduce my company, Fujifaker International. We are education provider services, and we are working here in Pakistan since 2006. And we have 3 branches in Pakistan and 2. One is in Dubai and second one is London. And we have very good staff, well occupied, trained staff from British Council. And we are working with Australia, UK, Canada, USA, and Turkey. And my experience with working with AIBT is very good. Especially, I already told that Mr. Muhammad Rahim and his team, they are very professional and they are very cooperative team. And I'm very happy with them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to nominee as a Future Falcon as a Business Partner of the Year. And I hope I will get this award as well.
Hey, I get it. You know, I think everybody's gunning for it, and I really appreciate your time. Mr. Syed Ali Azeem, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate and value everything that you have done for us. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Moving on, we have an individual who is no stranger, obviously, to the microphone. I know this individual has been working with Barry Yang for a very long time. Mr. Asif Chaudhary, CEO of Nexco Education and Migration Consultants. Do you have an opportunity to be able to come up and say a few words about your prestigious consultancy for a little bit?
Thank you very much, Michael. Thanks a lot. Okay, so about Nexco, actually, Nexco, we registered Nexco consultants in 2016. My background is from engineering background. I have done my Master of Engineering and Master of Engineering Management from Western Sydney University. Then I actually studied migration law from Bate University, and now I'm doing my Jewish law from Sydney University. Nexco, actually, I found very good team members onshore, offshore. It's not possible without good team. So one level you feel saturated and you start feeling that you cannot do anything. If you're really looking for some kind of quality work, you really need a good team members to whom you can believe and to whom you can trust them. Luckily on this forum, like we have very great personality, GT Singh as well. Like he's quite motivated, very sportive person in our industry as well. And that's actually key element being a like consultant, we believe on healthy relationship rather than competition. This is very actually, you can say, important pillar in our marketing growth as well. If we have good people around us and good business, healthy competitors. Part of marketing strategy, definitely being a marketing manager like Barry was quite sportive, especially he's keep in contact with our offshore team. He's available on WhatsApp. Although offshore is 5 to 6 hours difference, which is sometimes really annoying for the people to bother someone. But he never show actually any kind of resistance that, okay, there's a time zone or something. That's really important for like business perspective. Definitely being a business owner, we think 24/7, but someone who is doing stuff offshore and someone dealing from onshore is always different perspective. Support from like admission team, definitely very important is finance department. If they won't release commission on time, we'll be frustrated. So we're thankful to them as well. So these are the elements actually promoting and working with AIBT is definitely a win-win situation for both of us. But it's not possible that like without the professional support from the vet sector, where we are getting from AIBT and the way we are getting the visas, like as we discussed with the Barry, like within getting 1 week, within getting 20 visas, it's not possible in the vet sector. Like we are dealing with other universities as well, like Western Sydney University, ANU or Wollongong. But if you're competing with the vet sector, market is really good, especially in the Pakistan. I would say it's one of the ideal like time frame to get the business things done. People maybe definitely it's a worried situation for like due to COVID-19, but point of that, this is on other perspective, this is one of the best time frame for the business strategy to develop a business. If we are competing, we are trying to find the best out of the worst scenario. The best thing I think just because of COVID, most of the organization they get chance to restructure their business. They get actually they get the importance of Zoom session. Otherwise, they never bother to go online. We know we can work from home or anywhere without paying like 100 or 200K annual rent from somewhere. So there is a lot of restructuring size. Staff can work from home. Students can start understanding they can, without like physical appearance or physical like meeting, that we can work, the things can be sorted out. So that like this scenario, like one way or another way, like people definitely, restaurant industry, hospitality industry, they suffered a lot. On the other side, we actually got a lot of actual new strategy and business development ideas, which really helpful. Definitely we are hopeful, everyone is hopeful when the travel restriction will be uplifted, things will be better, students will start coming. But definitely if the genuine student is willing to study offshore, if he's not willing to study offshore, he's not genuine, to be honest. So my perspective is very clear in this point. So students, they are studying offshore. That means they are utilizing their time, online studies, and resources the AIBT and other education providers are providing. I think this is more than sufficient to provide the knowledge someone on a basic level. Definitely we're not going to produce a doctor and scientist on this stage or year 12 like vet sector. But the knowledge students in the way you guys are teaching is very good. At least students have a basic level of understanding before they will come here. Within 6 months, they're not going to make $1 million. But out of that, they can have a basic level of understanding of education. At least they can fit themselves before starting of like advanced diploma or associate degree or degree level program. So like overall, we say like AIBT like providing high level studies, and we're hoping soon we will see the degree programs from AIBT portfolio, so we can actually have one platform where we can utilize vet sector and higher education combined, as we are very, very much used to with the like services and with the functions and with the delivery time. These all things are being like entrepreneur, every person is looking for a time frame response, either yes or no. We are not always looking for yes. We need no, but within time frame, which is the ideal time, the ideal scenario like AIBT, admissions, marketing studies. Upfront, we have handy information, and definitely, yes, you know, the definition of lead is 24, its lifetime is 24 hours. It will be dead after 24 hours. So within 24 hours, if we're getting the response from like Barry and so on, so we can quickly resolve the issue. Either we can click the student, or either we can lose the students. So overall, definitely it's all about team thing. It's not a one-man show, and definitely I'm thankful to all my team members who are watching this one. I'm thankful to our AIBT team. Thanks, Michael, your hosting and all the stuff, you arrange everything. So thank you very much. Definitely, we are missing Thailand, and we are not, to be honest, happy to with Zoom session. You guys have to accommodate us. One of the things will be sorted out.
I love it, Mr. Steve. Thank you so much for your outstanding presentation. Look, I wish we were all there in Thailand together with you, and I think all of us are really.
I think this year this year is supposed to be in Dubai, actually.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, I think the business discussions in a tuk-tuk are a little bit better than business discussions over a video conference. You know, I completely get it. Thank you again, sir.
Thanks,
Looking forward to catching you again.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. All right. Okay. Moving along again, we have another outstanding business partner of the year who is nominated, which is OAA Study. Mr. Matthias, great to have you here. Thank you again for joining us. I know it's an interesting and odd hours. Would you have an opportunity to be able to say a few words, a little bit more about your agency?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm actually in Sydney, and OAA Study has been the forefront of student recruitment from Africa. We also have an onshore presence where we assist mostly African students that are onshore. We've been a one-source solution for students. We assist students in admission processing, in visa processing, and we also pioneer the first international student loan program, where we partner with a company to launch EdFin. EdFin, we're able to provide tuition fee assistance to some of our students. This program has gone through the pilot program. We got various support from the National Australian Bank and Forrester. So we've pioneered a lot of things in international student recruitment. One of our pioneering activity was also in Vietnam, where we pioneered study in Vietnam as a destination. We work closely with Swinburne University Vietnam campus and FPT University. So with AIBT, we've been working very closely with AIBT since 2018. And we've received tremendous feedback, positive feedback from our students. And one of our students was recently appointed as one of the best students in one of the programs she did with AIBT. And we've achieved a lot of success with most of our recruitment, visa grants for some of the African countries. We know African is a very difficult market, but we've been able to assist AIBT with good visa outcome. And we've been working on that success, and we hope to continue on that success. So we currently have presence in South Africa, in Botswana, in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Zambia, in Namibia. And recently, we've also opened office in Philippines last year. And Pakistan was our newest venture. We've had interest of going into other markets like Nepal, but the COVID has actually held us back. But at the same time, we are making huge progress. And OAA Study will continue to grow with the challenges COVID-19 has presented to us. We've been able to adjust our recruitment platform, where we have most of all our education consultants going online on LinkedIn. We have a paid LinkedIn premium account for most of our staff. And we've also switched our marketing from work and study abroad to work and study abroad or online, which means we give people the opportunity to study online. And we know this is a new emerging area where we could recruit more students. There are students globally who probably don't want to travel, but they still want to study abroad. So we are here to help them, and we are pioneering that leadership approach. We've received a very good support from Hans. Hans has been my point of contact for AIBT. We've walked through most of the changes AIBT has gone through. AIBT went through several changes, and Hans was there to keep us updated, to manage communication with our team. And so far, so good. The working relationship has been very good. And hopefully, we are hoping to increase our onshore recruitment. And OA study is here for opportunities, and we are looking forward to work with AIBT going forward. And any student out there.
Mr. Matthias, thank you so much for being here today. Your work has been tremendous and instrumental for us to be able to enter into the African market. Hans is absolutely right. You were the right man. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Next, I'm going to hand things over to Mr. Raju, seeing as possible international educational consultancy. Raju, just a couple of words, please.
Hi, Michael. Hi again. Yeah, obviously, they sent me a message that they cannot join today because of some technical issue. So I'm here to present to explain about Possible International. So Possible International is an innovative and a specialist education consultancy company situated in Kathmandu, Sydney, and Myanmar. The company provides education consultancy service to students who have desire and intention of studying in internationally reputed institutions in Australia, New Zealand, USA, and many more other countries like Japan. They provide tuition classes for test preparation of IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, Japanese language, and they have developed this company as one-stop solution for study abroad. They have their company slogan, where every impossible is possible. So this properly reflects their attitude and approach in providing service to their students, clients, parents, and their education partner. So Possible International believes in serving people professionally, ethically, with passion and dignity. So I hope it's a quick introduction to them.
Raju, thank you so much. It's a shame, unfortunately. I wish that they could have been here today, but hey, I definitely understand technical issues. So look, again, thank you again for presenting on behalf of Possible Education. And again, thank you to all of our different business partners who were able to present a little bit more today. I want to thank you all very much. As we continue to move on, I want to keep the momentum building as we keep going. All right, we have some of our senior management team here to be able to discuss a little bit more. Now, on the left side of your screen, you're going to see Dr. Charles de Souchethorn. Sorry, I keep always having a tongue in my mouth. And then on the right-hand side, you will see Mr. Jackie Pei. Now, Mr. Jackie Pei will be discussing a little bit first. He is our Chief Financial Officer. Many of you may remember him from the 2018 Global Conference. Now, Mr. Jackie Pei has been the champion of really kind of taking the helm of the ship from the financial department and really leading a team to be able to speed up commission rates, understand a little bit more about enrollment services, helping individuals really progress as a student all the way through, and especially kind of streamlining all of the different financial aspects when it comes to it. I mean, the last thing any of us want is to have finances kind of tied up in a specific area, and he and his team have done an outstanding job of bringing this to the forefront and making sure that every individual knows exactly what they need. First, I'll hand things over to Mr. Jackie Pei, who will talk a little bit more today. Thank you so much for joining us, Jackie. Really appreciate your time today.
Thank you for your wonderful words. So good afternoon, dear all. It's my pleasure to be a part of these special occasions as well as the celebration. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you to all our business partners, especially the nominees and the winners, for the great support and the loyalty you have given. Now, we all know that it's been a tough period for the 2019 and 2020. The disturbance from the external politics and the global-wide COVID-19 pandemic. But we have found our own pathway to not only survive, but also keep growing. Now, it's extremely hard to achieve that, but we made it because we have you, our business partners, to fight with us side by side. So from a finance supporting team point of view, how are we going to support, how we can assist you further is, we have launched the enrollment portal in July 2020, so that all stakeholders along the enrollment process can work on one platform, share the same information, reduce or even eliminate confusions or back and forth, so to improve the efficiency. So we have been rolling out this portal to agents gradually. So meanwhile, we have received lots of positive feedbacks as well as constructive ones, which really gave us opportunity to improve further. We're in the phase of enrollment portal version 2 development. So I guarantee there will be more cool functions added on, and it will definitely benefit both agents and BDMs. So to make it short, I truly believe that my thank you to you is but a simple drop in the ocean when I compare it to what you have contributed to our partnership. So the management of AIBT Global is really grateful to have every one of you on board. Thanks. Now I over to Charles.
First of all, I would like to thank you, all the agents and business partners, especially those who are in today as a nominees. I thank you all to help us in the difficult time and in the difficult periods in this pandemic. I hope this strong relationship will continue in the coming years and will continue forever if it's possible. This is the message from me and from the college and our commitment to you and your students that come to us. We will ensure that our trainings will be compliant with the regulatory requirements, have a good quality. You trust us. We have your student. We have to look after student until they finish. We have a quality assurance team to assist all the schools for their compliance. And we will be friendly and help students to graduate. We will do all necessary, take all necessary steps to help students. We will ensure you. This is our commitment. We will also provide agent trainings to support their journey with AIBT Global to understand what is required by the regulatory requirement from the government in Australia. So again, thank you all. And we really appreciate your support to us. Okay, yep. I will hand over it back to Michael.
Thank you so much. I really got to get a microphone. That thing makes you sound like a DJ. Charles, thank you so much for your kind words. All right. Now, as we go ahead and move on, okay, I think now is basically the time. This is it. As we take a look at all of our different business partners of the year, I would just like to say thank you again. Obviously, all of our BDMs here really expressed a lot of gratitude in this video, and we really are looking forward to having our main presenters and our main award winners today. Jackie Pei, Charles, thank you again for all of your insight today, and let's go ahead and get this going on, okay? I want to make sure that everybody has this opportunity to be able to see this video, as it is the most important as we move on. Can we go ahead and just put our big hands together, everybody? Congratulations to our AIBT Business Partner of the Year. Thank you so much for joining into us. It's outstanding for all of us. I'm just so happy for everybody to be here. This is just so great. We have our 3 different business partner winners up here on our screen. We have on the left a couple of individuals who will be able to have a quick speech if possible. Now, the first one is obviously Miss Ravina Jassal. Ravina, wow, there we go. How'd you get those flowers?
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
That's outstanding. Congratulations on being our business partner of the year. That's really great. Sagar, thank you so much. This is just really great news. Thank you very much. Rovil. Hey, there you are. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, two familiar faces.
Mr. Bliss is here.
Excellent. Thank you.
How are you?
Hey, congratulations on becoming that again.
I am so delighted to be here to congratulate Rovil on this moment, and I guess this has become a habit for Rovil nowadays. This is not the first time, and this is the second time Rovil has been chosen as a business partner of the year, and I am so proud to have Rovil as one of our valued business partner, and I wish him success in future as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bliss.
We wish him to continue to be like this in future as well. Thank you, Rovil. Thank you so much.
There is a royal salute.
Oh boy. All right, there we go. That's a 21-year-old. That's outstanding. Excellent. Thank you again. We really appreciate it. Matthias, are you still there? Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, let me get your video up here. I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to really highlight you. Hold on just 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, I've just put you up on the video here. Thank you again. Congratulations, sir. Hans.
Thank you. We are all grateful. OA Study is excited for this. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the award. And we look forward to a fruitful relationship and more student recruitment in 2021. And 2020, we're still going to deliver before the year runs out. Thank you.
Again, thank you very much. Now, before we go over to our business development managers to say a little bit, I'd like to go ahead and hand things over to Mr. Jerry Wang, who is actually with us in our Brisbane Sheldon restaurant. Jerry, are you there?
Yeah, yes. Hey, Michael. Just now when I saw there was a announcement video going on, we actually opened a champagne to thank and celebrate all our business partners of the year. And thank you so much for your contribution and support.
Congratulations, guys. And thank you so much for all your support.
Looks like we've got a couple of bottles of champagne popping everywhere. Now, as we've heard just a brief discussion between Karan. Karan, would you have a couple of different words that you'd be able to say just a little bit about Fine Step Consultancy?
We wish you all the best for future as well, to be continuing in the same position. Thank you.
Now, finally, last but certainly not least, Mr. Hansky. Thank you again.
Yay. Congratulations to Matthias and the entire team at OAA Study. I hope that will carry on to make our market stronger and bigger, and to carry on to touch more hearts of future and prospective students, okay? Your champagnes will be delivered to you, and your flowers will be delivered to you as well, okay? So, congratulations.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
And as we have all of our different winners here today, a little bit more information about what you've actually been able to achieve, okay? Now, as you know, it's difficult for us to be able to hold many different types of recruitment during the current situation. However, we have come up with a plan. All right. Our winners will be able to utilize our marketing team to develop watch parties and recruitment webinars as directed by you, our business partners. Your sales managers, AIBT Global Marketing team, in collaboration with your current team, will implement an online event in order for you to be able to drive recruitment for your business, right? Now, more information and more details will be shared as we address the winners individually, right? However, the watch parties and marketing should commence very shortly so that we can get this started before the end of the year. As many of you know, November and December are outstanding months for individuals to be able to recruit. You usually get a lot of different pass outs during this time. So we would just, again, like to thank and put our heartfelt congratulations to all of our different winners today and all of our nominees. Thank you so much. Okay, now is the time that our evening has come to an end. I would just like to say a big thank you to all of the participants today in our webinar. I'd like to personally thank Mr. G.D. Singh of Apply for Study, Ms. Ravina Jassal of Aussizz Group, Mr. Rovil Garg of Fine Step, Mr. Ali Azeem, Future Falcon, Mr. Asif Chaudhary of Nexco Education and Migration, Mr. Matthias of OAA Study, and Mr. Narayan of Possible Education. Thank you to all of our panelists and AIBT global staff for joining in today's seminar. You have been, again, a champion for us. Now, again, we'll just come to the end of this presentation. I'd like to thank all of our panelists today and the staff for making today such a special event, all of our senior management team and all of the individuals who registered on Zoom, and all of the Facebook individuals. Now, Mr. Jackie Pei, our CFO, Mr. Charles Descoula-Thorne, thank you again for speaking such heartfelt words to individuals. Mr. Mohammed Wajahula and Josie Casella for your time today, and also our founding members and legacy team for continuing the vision of AIBT Global. I actually look forward to the time when all of us can actually be together in the same room. I think that this is just this disconnection. It feels not as great as it was when we could actually be together, but you know what? This is the best that we can do at the current moment. And I appreciate all of you understanding that we will get through this COVID situation together. And obviously we will have more opportunities to be able to toast each other in person. Now, I'd like to play the announcement video just one more quick time. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.